Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. I'm Ellen, your host, and today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our Quiz Class awards. You can let us know how you rank in the comments at the end. And here is today's lineup. We will begin with transportation, of course. And let's get ready. Which transportation mode is the most fuel efficient for long distance goods movement? Ship, trucking, or air freight? Ship. Which of the following was the main purpose of the interstate highway system in the U.S.? To facilitate international trade, to reduce traffic congestion, or to provide a means for military mobilization? To provide a means for military mobilization. What does transit-oriented development refer to in urban planning? Low-density areas, car-centric development, or walkable communities near transit? Walkable communities near transit. Which technology is used in modern high-speed rail systems to achieve low air resistance? Aerodynamic design, magnetic levitation, or traditional track systems? Aerodynamic design. What is the main environmental concern of the transportation sector? Water pollution, land use change, or greenhouse gas emissions? Greenhouse gas emissions. Which international agreement seeks to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from aviation? CORSIA, the Kyoto Protocol, or the Montreal Protocol? CORSIA. What major change did the steam engine introduce to transportation in the 19th century? Widespread use of electric trains, the ability to travel faster than 30 miles per hour, or increased reliance on animal-powered transport? The ability to travel faster than 30 miles per hour. What does the term first mile, last mile refer to? Fuel efficiency in vehicles, distance between production and retail, or initial and final stages of transportation? Initial and final stages of transportation. Which vehicle is considered non-motorized? Bus, a bicycle, or light rail? Bicycle. What logistical concept coordinates transport from multiple suppliers to one customer? Distribution, consolidation, or warehousing? Consolidation. What is the main purpose of the A380 aircraft's wing design? To increase passenger capacity, to enhance fuel efficiency, or to allow for better handling during turbulence? To enhance fuel efficiency by reducing drag. Which public transportation system runs on dedicated tracks and electric power? Light rail, carpooling, or taxi services? Light rail. Which international treaty governs the transport of hazardous materials by road? ADR, the Basel Convention, or the Montreal Protocol? ADR. What is the significance of the 2016 Panama Canal expansion? It increased tourist traffic, it reduced shipping costs, or it allows larger ships to pass. It allows larger ships to pass. The term intermodal transportation refers to which of the following practices? No transfers, single transport mode, or multiple transport modes? Multiple transport modes. What does ETOPS stand for in aviation? Extended Range Twin Engine Operational Performance Standards. Which transportation mode is most energy efficient per ton mile? Rail, trucking, or shipping by cargo vessel? Rail. Which of the following technological advancements is key to Hyperloop systems? Hydrogen fuel cells, magnetic levitation, or electric battery technology? Magnetic levitation. What is the American mile marker system used for? To identify rest areas, map tourist attractions, or indicate distances on highways? Indicate distances on highways. What was the primary goal of the Smart Cities initiative? Enhance digital connectivity, improve urban infrastructure, or increase public transportation usage? Enhance digital connectivity. And let's move over to ancient art forms. Which culture invented the fresco painting technique? Ancient Greek, Mesoamerican, or ancient Egyptian? Ancient Greek. What religious belief was the art of mummification in ancient Egypt tied to? The afterlife, reincarnation, or ancestral worship? The afterlife. Which ancient civilization is known for its intricate pottery? Minoan, Etruscan, or Mycenaean? Minoan. The term chiaroscuro refers to which artistic technique? Textured surfaces, perspective drawing, or contrast of light and shadow? The contrast of light and shadow. The terracotta army of the Qin Shi Huang is an example of what type of art? Pottery, sculpture, or textile art? Sculpture. What was a primary material used in ancient Roman mosaics? Clay, glass, or metal? Glass. The Venus figurines primarily represent what aspect of ancient society? Daily life and labor, fertility and femininity, or warfare and conquest? Fertility and femininity. What was the primary purpose of relief sculpture in ancient Mesopotamian art? Private artistic expression, recording historical events, or decoration of public spaces? Recording historical events. Which ancient civilization is known for developing the ziggurat as monumental architecture? Greek, Sumerian, or Phoenician? Sumerian. The cave paintings in Lascaux, France, are significant for what reason? Ancient rituals, early creativity, or oldest artworks? Early creativity. Which ancient civilization is known for frescoes on Thera in Santorini? Ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, or the Minoan civilization? The Minoan civilization. What was the main objective of the life-size sculptures created by the Terracotta Army? To protect the emperor in the afterlife, to symbolize the emperor's military power, or to provide entertainment for the emperor's spirit? To protect the emperor in the afterlife. Which technique was used in Neolithic pottery to create a unique surface texture? Foiling, glazing, or slip trailing? Slip trailing. Which culture is known for creating moai on Easter Island? The Maori, the Olmec, or the Rapa Nui? The Rapa Nui. What is the ancient Greek sculpture style emphasizing realism and idealized forms? Byzantine, classical, or Hellenistic? Classical. And let's move over to famous palaces. For question 36, which palace is known for its gardens by André Le Nôtre? Buckingham Palace, the Palace of Versailles, or Neuschwanstein Castle? The Palace of Versailles. The Potala Palace served as the winter residence of which spiritual leader? The Rinpoche, the Karmapa, or the Dalai Lama? The Dalai Lama. Which palace was a hunting lodge for King Henry VIII and later transformed by Queen Elizabeth I? Windsor Castle, Kensington Palace, or Hampton Court Palace? Hampton Court Palace. In which country is the famous Alhambra located? Italy, Spain, or France? Spain. Which palace is known for its Renaissance art collection and is the official residence of the President of Italy? Quirinal Palace, Palazzo Ducale, or Palazzo Vecchio? Quirinal Palace. What architectural style is the Forbidden City known for? Baroque, neoclassical, or traditional Chinese? Traditional Chinese. Which palace was the royal residence of British monarchs until the 19th century? Windsor Castle, Kensington Palace, or Buckingham Palace? Buckingham Palace. The Winter Palace is now part of which museum? The Tretiakov Gallery, the Russian Museum, or the Hermitage Museum? The Hermitage Museum. Which Indian palace is known for its intricate mirror work? Udaipur Palace, Mehrangarh Fort, or City Palace, Jaipur? City Palace, Jaipur. Which palace in Istanbul blends Byzantine and Islamic architectural styles? Sarıgan Palace, Beylerbeyi Palace, or Topkapi Palace? Topkapi Palace. Which palace is known for its gardens that represent the power of the 17th century French monarchy? Buckingham Palace, Palace of Versailles, or Neuschwanstein Castle, The Palace of Versailles. What primary feature of the Summer Palace exemplifies traditional Chinese landscaping? Waterways, rock formations, or elaborate gardens? Elaborate gardens. Which fortress served as the residence for Russian czars and later the president? The Kremlin, Catherine Palace, or the Winter Palace? The Kremlin. What architectural style is the Alhambra in Granada, Spain, primarily known for? Gothic, Islamic, or Baroque? Islamic. What was the Potala Palace's function before becoming a UNESCO World Heritage Site? Military fortress, a summer retreat for the Dalai Lama, or the winter residence of the Dalai Lama? The winter residence of the Dalai Lama. Philosophical movements. For question 51, which philosophical movement emphasizes personal experience and includes John Dewey and William James? Idealism, pragmatism, or rationalism? Pragmatism. Which philosopher is associated with the concept of the will to power? Immanuel Kant, Jean-Paul Sartre, or Friedrich Nietzsche? Friedrich Nietzsche. Which philosophical movement holds that happiness is the ultimate purpose of life, as described by Bentham and Mill? Stoicism, utilitarianism, or existentialism? Utilitarianism. In which philosophical school of thought does the term tabula rasa, or blank slate? Empiricism, behaviorism, or rationalism? Empiricism. Which 19th century movement emphasizes individual experience and authenticity? Rationalism, existentialism, or postmodernism? Existentialism. Which two figures are most closely associated with dialectical materialism? Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, Thomas Hobbes and John Locke, or John Stuart Mill and Jeremy Bentham? Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Which of the following movements critiques objective truth and dominant narratives? Realism, existentialism, or postmodernism? Postmodernism. Which school of thought emphasizes intuition and innate moral sense associated with Emerson and Thoreau? Rationalism, utilitarianism, or transcendentalism? Transcendentalism. What doctrine asserts the primacy of the state over the individual, linked to Hobbes? Statism, liberalism, or socialism? Statism. Which early 20th century movement analyzes language and concepts as seen in the works of Wittgenstein and Russell? Existentialism, phenomenology, or logical positivism? Logical positivism. Famous spies. For question 61, which spy is known as Agent 007 in Ian Fleming's works? James Bond, Jason Bourne, or Philip Marlowe? James Bond. Who was the first woman spy for the U.S. in the American Revolution? Agent 355, Abigail Adams, or Martha Washington? Agent 355. Which British officer led the double-cross system to deceive the Germans about D-Day? John le Carré, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, or General Sir Stewart Menzies? Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. What was the code name for the British operation to mislead the Nazis about the Normandy invasion? Operation Overlord, Operation Fortitude, or Operation Mincemeat? Operation Fortitude. Which double agent spied for the Soviet Union while in British intelligence during the Cold War? Kim Philby, Aldrich Ames, or Robert Hansen? Kim Philby. Mata Hari was executed for allegedly spying for which country in World War I? Russia, England, or Germany? Germany. Which CIA officer led the operations to capture Osama bin Laden? Leon Panetta, Michael Morrell, or Robert Grenier? Leon Panetta. Which famous spy known as the Scarlet Pimpernel was based on a real historical figure? George Blake, T.E. Lawrence, or Percy Blakeney? Percy Blakeney, Percy Blakeney. Which German spy, known as the man who knew too much, operated in World War II? Wilhelm Canaris, Johann von Leers, or Franz von Rintelen? Franz von Rintelen. Which Soviet spy infiltrated the Manhattan Project and leaked atomic bomb secrets? Klaus Fuchs, Aldrich Ames, or Ethel Rosenberg? Klaus Fuchs. The Cambridge Five was a group of British spies who were recruited by the Soviet Union during which historical period? World War I, the Cold War, or World War II? World War II. Which spy served the Union Army during the Civil War and was captured and executed by Confederate forces? Harriet Tubman, Elizabeth Van Lew, or Rose O'Neal Greenhow? Rose O'Neal Greenhow. Who led the CIA's Directorate of Operations in the early Cold War? Allen Dulles, William Colby, or Richard Helms? Allen Dulles. Which NKVD spy became a KGB leader known for ruthless tactics? Leon Trotsky, Yuri Andropov, or Lavrenti Beria? Lavrenti Beria. What KGB officer defected to the West in 1980 and revealed Soviet espionage? Anatoly Golitsyn, Oleg Gordievsky, or Arkady Shevchenko? Oleg Gordievsky. Which former British spy wrote Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy? Eric Ambler, John le Carré, or Graham Greene? John le Carré. Who was the White Mouse, the American spy who aided Allied soldiers in Nazi-occupied France? Nancy Wake, Virginia Hall, or Beryl Markham? Nancy Wake. Which German double agent misled the Nazis during World War II? Richard Sorge, Eddie Chapman, or Johnny Spence? Eddie Chapman. Who was the British spy known for her work in the SOE during World War II? Agnes Hewitt, Kim Philby, or Virginia Hall? Virginia Hall. Who was the intelligence officer involved in Operation Ajax to overthrow Iran's prime minister in 1953? Richard Helms, John Foster Dulles, or Kermit Roosevelt Jr.? Kermit Roosevelt Jr. Truths and one lie. For question 81, which of the following statements about the Great Wall of China is the lie? It's over 13,000 miles long. It can be seen from space, or it was built entirely during the Ming Dynasty. It was built entirely during the Ming Dynasty. Regarding the planet Mars, which statement is false? It has 2 moons, it is the hottest planet in the solar system, or it has the largest volcano, Olympus Mons? It is the hottest planet in the solar system. Which statement about the human body is false? The brain is about 60% fat, the average adult has 206 bones, or humans can regenerate lost limbs like some amphibians? And of course, the last one is the answer. Which of the following statements about honey is false? It never spoils, it's made from flower nectar, or only honeybees produce it? Only honeybees produce it. Which statement about ancient civilizations is incorrect? Romans built the first aqueduct system, Incas had a written language like the Mayans, or Egyptians were known for pyramids and hieroglyphics? Incas had a written language like the Mayans. Which statement about animals is false? Cows have 4 stomachs, penguins can fly but choose not to, or octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood? Penguins can fly but choose not to. Which statement about world geography is untrue? Mount Everest is in the Himalayas, the Amazon River is the longest river, or Australia is both a country and a continent? The Amazon River is the longest river. Which statement about Shakespeare is a lie? He was born in London. His works are in every major language, or he wrote 37 plays and 154 sonnets. He was born in London. Which statement about penicillin is false? Discovered when Fleming spilled it, first antibiotic used to treat infections, or discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. Discovered when Fleming spilled it. Which statement about the telephone is untrue? The first call was in 1876. Bell received the first U.S. patent, or Edison invented the telephone. Edison invented the telephone. Which statement in physics is false? Hawking discovered the electron, Einstein developed general relativity, or Newton formulated the laws of motion? Hawking discovered the electron. Which statement about classical composers is untrue? Tchaikovsky was known for operas only, Mozart wrote his first symphony at 5, or Beethoven composed after becoming deaf. Tchaikovsky was known for operas only. Which statement about the internet is false? The first email was sent in 1971. The internet and the web are the same, or the web was invented by Berners-Lee in 1989. The internet and the web are the same. Which statement about sports is untrue? Baseball is the national sport of Canada. The modern Olympics were established in 1896, or the Olympics began in ancient Greece in 776 BC. Baseball is the national sport of Canada is untrue. Which statement about literature is false? Moby Dick was a bestseller in 1851. The Great Gatsby was published in 1925, or Pride and Prejudice was published in 1813. Moby Dick was a bestseller in 1851 is false. Which statement about the periodic table is incorrect? Gold has the atomic number 79, carbon is a noble gas, or helium is the second lightest element. Carbon is a noble gas. Which statement about space exploration is false? Voyager 1 was launched in 1977, Armstrong was the first human on Mars, or the Hubble Space Telescope launched in 1990. Armstrong was the first human on Mars. Which statement about famous painters is untrue? Picasso developed Cubism, Van Gogh painted Starry Night, or Monet is known for abstract sculptures. Monet is known for abstract sculptures. Which statement about world capitals is false? The capital of Australia is Canberra, the capital of Canada is Ottawa, or the capital of Brazil is Rio de Janeiro. The capital of Brazil is Rio de Janeiro is false. Which statement about historical figures is incorrect? Cleopatra was the last ruler of Ptolemaic Egypt. Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in Literature. Or Genghis Khan founded the Mongol Empire in the 13th century. And Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in Literature is incorrect. Our bonus question, what do bees collect from flowers to make honey? Let us know the answer in the comments, as well as how you rank with our quiz class Einstein rewards. We thank you for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.